What's up and welcome back everyone, it's the Action Figure Freak once again with another fantastic Friday. And yes, as you see already, I'm opening my very first Mezco Toyz pack. This is the Fantastic Four 4-pack, way too big to even fit on the screen. Holy, that thing looks freaking amazing. Has all the four Fantastic Four figures in there with a lot of accessories. So I would say, let's get this open real quick. Okay, and that's absolutely insane. So just look at that here. We're opening that box, that big ass lunch box, and it looks amazing. I really love the design. And we get something for safety in here, some instructions and stuff. And yeah, first panel right here is all the four Fantastic Four figures sealed in here pretty good. Then we've got another layer right here with just accessories. Another layer with also just one and only accessories. And then here we get even a fourth layer of accessories. So let's take a look at the figures at first. So here is the figures. Let's get this thing open. I'm gonna speed this up real quick and play around with one or two of these. And yeah, showing you these afterwards. So first up, let's take a look at the articulation. We get here a double-sided neck joint with a few more articulation points inside. We actually got ball-jointed shoulders, but yeah, be careful with that. I heard the suits can rip pretty easy. We got, I think, a double-sided elbow joint. It seems like, at least. We get here fist joints, which can be moved horizontal to vertical, which is absolutely awesome. We get here the upper chest swivel and a lower chest swivel. These are moving really good together. We kind of got swivels up here. They are blocked pretty easy. And yeah, I think double jointed knees, but I can't quite see it. We got boot swivels down here, which is perfect. And these really weird foot joints. I really don't know the Mezco articulation that good. But let's get over to the accessories of this pack. And yeah, these face sculpts are really amazing, looking really accurate and detailed, and I love each and every of these. And everyone got like three different hats, good and bad expressions, and yeah, we get even some better ones. So the thing also got like four different hats. I don't know why, but I won't complain about that. And the Human Torch got that flammable head, which can actually light up, which I'll show you later. Sue Storm is pretty amazing, so it's almost the best one out of these, I think. And also, they made her hair so something like gummy style, so it won't block the articulation. We got here also a meaner face and a really aggressive face on her. But the most important thing is how these are scaling with Marvel Legends and other figures, which I think I'll show in the end of this video. As I've said, the thing here got like four different hats. He also comes with a hat, which I'll show you later, and his coated jacket. But yeah, this one is the perfect one. And I like the mean ones, so that's really cool. But what amazes me almost the most is that they didn't reuse a single body. Like I thought on Reed Richards and the Human Torch they would redo the same body mold, but I think they might just use the same pieces on a couple parts, but most of them are actually redone. Really awesome. And I need to tell you something important. I'll show you all the accessories of this pack, but I won't get too detailed in every of these because the video will take up like half an hour only accessories then. So I'll show you all the accessory palettes, these panels, whatever you would call these, but I won't attach like every hand on here, like only with the hats. To the accessories, first up we got Reed Richards and Johnny Storm here. I think they share their hands, and yeah, coming with these little boxes, which is pretty nice. And we also get this other box here with a couple more hands. Really cool. On Reed Richards here, we get some of the coolest accessories in existence. We get his stretch out body, everything metal wired inside of there with some soft plastic so you can bend each and every piece of that. So here's a little speed montage of me building that figure together, because you can detach the figure on multiple parts, and yeah, mix and match these pieces on how you need it. I had to take a little look on the instructions because I didn't want it to break any of these figures. Understandably, I think. But yeah. And here he is, fully stretch out mode. You can detach the boots, the hands, the neck, the head, and the whole torso. Like on the hips, you can detach him. And as you see, it's pretty hard to make him stand that way. Uh, I don't know if I'm experienced enough for this, but the overall look is just insane. And it's really cool that we get all these pieces here. Then here on Johnny Storm, we get a big bunch of accessories. Starting off with this flame piece. This thing is freaking amazing. You can attach the figure to it. So here with not that much effort, as you see, the figure can be held by that stand. And yeah, you'll see some poses with that in the end of the video when I rate this pack. Let's continue with some flame effects here. We also get a neck piece for the flame head. Then we also got this insanely good flame throwing effect piece. Really love that. And it's attached to the hand, so you don't have to balance it that much. Then we've got some batteries. These are all for the Human Torch. First up on his flaming head. So I realized that before when I attached it, you can actually pull the neck out. And we got some electronics inside of here. So there is the batteries attached, these really small ones. And yeah, I'll show you the finished product. All the batteries are attached, so let's take this thing on fire. So down here is a little switch. There's also a tool to make that on, but like I just wanted to take my knife for that. You see the light here is pretty yellow. Uh, Looks not that bright, but I think it will work out right way. Okay, that's already pretty cool. I really like that. Let's turn the lights off. And yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's really, really cool and amazing. Think I just took it in the wrong way. Yeah, like that's the right way. And yeah, it's just amazing. But that's not all of the lights. So here is the fire stand I showed you a couple minutes ago. And yeah, you can screw that open. And there belongs all the other batteries inside. And that's what I'm talking about. Let's get this thing on. And I know it doesn't look that amazing now, but let's turn off the lights once again. And as you see, it looks like a legit flame, like an explosion. I really love that, and that's a lot of love to detail. Then we get Sue Storm here. She also comes with a big palette of hands, really a lot of hands on her. Then we've got some invisibility effects. These are looking also pretty nice. And that orange thing inside of there is to take on and off for the switch of the Human Torch. But that thing here is a thing of importance because there we can attach these blue effects. So let me do that real quick and attach it on the arm of her. And this is what I'm talking about. It looks really amazing and good. We can twist it to change the direction a little bit. And if we put it the right way, we can't even see what holds that thing. And we even got the bullet shield on here. That looks really nice and got two peg holes on the back because it's a little bit heavier. Then we got only one thing missing, and that's the thing. He only comes with 4 interchangeable hands, as well as his fists. Then we get these two things. So one street lamp sign thing, which is ripped out of the floor. And that is also bendable. Isn't that amazing? That's one of the coolest features ever. And also that steel thing here. You can also bend that thing pretty good and easy. It's also metal wired inside, so it could stay the way you bending it. Really, really cool thing. Then we also got his coat. Let's unwrap that real quick. Oh my god, I didn't think that. So everything in here is actually wired. Man, that's amazing. Like almost everything on this jacket is actually bendable. We even got pockets on here. So look on the inside. It falls right through, but it just makes it easier for posing and stop motions. Okay, just put him his coat on, and we even got the hat, which I was talking about before, and some sunglasses. So this is the final product. Looks really cool and amazing, but I don't know if I put it on the right way. But guys, that's by far not even all. We still got Herby, the little laboratory robot here. I love that thing. And it's way more articulated than I would thought. And even Herby comes with an accessory palette. And these four flame pieces are going into the engines he's standing on, so that's awesome. And so that can work the quite right way. He still even comes with a stand. That's just awesome. So much love to detail. And as you see, you can put him each way and he won't even fall. And as I've said, this thing is more articulated than I would have thought ever. So we got a rubber neck piece here. This is a little squishy on there. So we can move the head in almost every direction needed. Looks really fun and natural. We get here one jointed arms. These are falling out easily, but that's not a big problem. One jointed elbows, and even his claws here can open on both sides. Just a lot of love to detail. Down here on his engines, we even get two joints, so the engine itself will move and the leg it's attached to will move. And that's still not all. His eyes can move out like a telescope, which is just such a fun detail, but I wouldn't press them in as hard because the left one here got a little lazy here, but I could take it in the right place again. It worked in the end. Down here we get some kind of keyboard he can pull out. That looks pretty fun and detailed. This thing opens up as well, so we got a little computer inside of here. Also just a fun detail. And his backside can also open up. Looks really, really cool. And the best part about it is all these test tubes in the back can even be detached, which is just amazing. Like these are really, really small and I can't even grab them because of my thick sausage fingers. But like just that detail is insane. And this is still not even all. Here is the last thing on all the accessories. We get four stands for each of these figures. We get the Fantastic Four logo printed on top. And as you see, there is some pegs in here. These can even be detached. So it just pressed it out as you've seen. And now we can attach some holding stands. These are really, really big, movable, and stable. That is amazing, and all four figures got one of these. But let's get to the important part of this review, the quick rating on a scale of 1 to 10, where it shows some quick poses and 360s, and talk about some pros and cons on each of these figures, and yeah, then I'll actually rate them. And I'm trying to get from worst to best on each of these figures, so we're starting off with Sue Storm, and yeah, she's kind of the worst figure because she's the least articulated figure in this set, and also the accessories ain't given that much. Like, she's got a lot of hands, but she partly can't really use them, which is a little sad. And like this accessory piece here is really, really awesome, but it's not really stable. Like, there's two peg holes for these translucent holder pieces that's attached to her arm. And yeah, there's a second one for these. And it feels like, yeah, it shouldn't be just one. Like, I don't really understand that. Two would have been pretty good. But yeah, that's just what we get here. But all in all, I'm really happy with that figure. And this figure gets from me a solid, let's say 8.5 out of 10. Or maybe 9 out of 10. This is a pretty good figure. But besides her look, not a 10 out of 10. And here's the second worst, and don't get me wrong, this figure isn't bad by any means, but like, there's just four figures in the set. But yeah, this figure is also a little limited in the articulation. They've done the best they could on the thing, like ball jointed shoulders, kind of these rings like under there, swiveled one jointed elbows. Uh, there is a lot of good articulation on there, and I don't really know if it's possible nowadays to do it even better. But like the thing that annoys me with this figure is like that effect piece. We get two of these effect pieces for his fists, and they look really awesome, but he can't really punch the floor without falling over, without looking straight up. I don't know. It kind of looks a little weird attaching these, and just punching the air with that is a little weird. But all in all, it's still a really, really good and amazing figure, like with that cloak and everything. It's amazing what we got here. And I won't forget about this thing here, like the steel part here that he bends around. It's just amazing what you can do with this figure. So I would say this figure gets a solid 9 or 9.5 out of 10 because I don't really know if they could do a better thing figure. Like that one is really, really good. They might could have scaled it a little bit bigger, but I'm really fine with that. So yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Awesome figure. Then we get to Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. And yeah, that one is almost the best figure. Like the articulation on this one is almost the best. Just the figure by itself. And yeah, I can't ever in my life forget about these light up pieces, the amount of flame pieces, effect pieces that are included in here. It's just such an awesome figure. And yeah, the overall look by itself. And like with this flame effect piece here with the light up stuff, it's so big, it was so super hard to get even in the frame here. And I realized you can even detach one part of that stand here. Like the upper part you can kind of plug out, which is pretty wild. And like there's so many different flame effect pieces that you can put everywhere around his body. I still didn't figure out every of these, so that's awesome. With that said, I would give this figure a solid 10 out of 10. I mean, just look at that effect piece. It's just attached to his hand, and I just pull another flame effect on his forearm. Like, that's just really, really amazing. So, 10 out of 10 figure to me at least. Really, really cool. Love it. And now to the best figure of this set. I mean, mostly just because of his accessories. Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. Holy shit, that figure is amazing. I mean, just look at that. And that's not even all the bendy pieces. Like, it's just crazy what you can do with that figure. That you just, yeah, switch out single parts on here and there. It's just insanely cool and amazing. Uh, and I don't even know if there could have been things done better. The only thing I would have wished for is these big ass hands as fists. That would have been amazing. They could do something like an accessory pack there. I would appreciate that. But it's just insanely good. So I would rate also this figure as a solid 10 out of 10. Really, really cool figure. Enjoyed it, and yeah, just brings me a lot of joy here. So now let me rate the whole set. And yeah, that's an easy answer. 10 out of 10 because like I paid like 300 euros for this, and that's cheap for that. I paid for a lot of figures of Mafex, like over 100, and here you get like every single piece that you could need. So yeah, for real, getting here 10 out of 10 set. So yeah, since that's pretty much all for today, hope you could like and sub for more like this. Have an absolutely awesome day, and now it's finally time to say action out.